Jack's played recently. What makes him more equipped to handle that now than maybe this time last year?
Well, he's more mature. He's older. He's more developed. Time on task. Game slowed down for him. And so and then on top of that, he was always a pretty headsy player. Pretty smart, instinctive guy. And so with that, that's bode well for him. He's got a ton of reps, man. 2-year period. That's good. So he's honestly, he's kind of the guy. The more you put on him, the better he gets. I feel like he's one of those. So he's doing well right now. We're going to ask a lot of him again.
This is the job you signed up for, but we talked about it previously, the 4 games in 18 days. What kind of strain was this on you and your staff? And is it a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel to get to this one, to get to the next tunnel, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have a chance to catch our breath after this one. It goes without saying, it puts a strain on. It does. It puts a strain on you, but yet Green Bay's going through the same thing. So it doesn't matter. It's about really who handles it better, and so we know that's what we're tasked with. And no matter what, we got to put together a really good game plan and have something our guys can get a hold of and can succeed in. That's what we're tasked with, and I feel good about that again.
You said you can't worry about.
I'll come to you next.
So, okay. You can't worry about injuries, obviously, but because of culture and your system and staff has been not continuous, does it make it almost you more comfortable handling everything that's being thrown at you guys because of what's in place?
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, to your point, the continuity of the staff, we've been together so long, and then really the core pieces that we still have. Let's not forget, we got BB, we got Branch, we got Jack, we got Aline. We've got Zedarius, who's new, but yet he's been here for a while now. You got Carl, you got TA, Amik. So, I mean, we've got, we got plenty going on here. O'Connor, the extra pieces that come in, they got plenty of guys who understand what we're trying to get done around them. Plus, his coaching staff has done a great job. Been burning the midnight oil, getting these guys up to date, getting them ready to go, and they're football players. So, we're gonna let them cut it loose.
Every coach wants their team to be resilient. This team has won 10 games. This team has won 10 games in a row. Despite all the injuries and obviously a challenging stretch of games that we're in the middle of right now, close to the end of. Do you feel like these players are proving their resiliency?
Yeah, I think that we've been this way for a long time, in my opinion. It's what our guys are made of, and they understand that. And look, the best part of all of it, we're in playoff football right now. That's where we're at. We're in December, and our schedule says that. And we play tough opponent after tough opponent after tough. We got another one. We got plenty coming up. So, and this is the type of stuff that you live for, and it's also the type of stuff that gets you ready for the tournament. So yeah, we're a resilient bunch, and nothing's going to change that. We got to worry about the one in front of us.
More guys. Good. To build off that, I think.
Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose, move on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we winning it maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never this way. We indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, it's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Lion Villain Report. I am your host, Russell Wayne, and I am going to be here with you for the next hour talking about Lions football. No, this is Lock Pick Thursday, week 14, and we're about ready to get to it. We're broadcasting live into the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page. We are less than 100 people away from hitting 60,000. I get to make a new graphic. Why have billions when we can have 60,000? Yes, we are the undrafted free agent of sports podcasting. That is us right here. When you like, when you share, when you comment, you help our little algorithm or whatever. And guess what? That part of it's free. And we're the Tom Kennedy, baby. We're the undrafted free agent. We're out there doing it. We're working hard. We're grinding. We're not shying away from the go to work Lions. We're broadcasting live into Joe Chapp's Twitter. Thank you, Joe Chapp. Joe Chapp and the Detroit Lions News Podcast Facebook page, and all of your thousands of Lions fans, thank you for allowing us to broadcast onto your platform. The JC Sports Network on YouTube, thank you for allowing us to broadcast there. And we're on YouTube. The Lions Villain Squad, at Lions Villain Squad. You can follow us there. This episode brought to you by NFL Shop. You can use the link in the comments right now. Oh, there it is. Boom. And if I put it on the YouTube page, I'm sorry. You have to go to the Facebook page to take part in up to 30% off of your order when you use our affiliate marketing partners at NFL Shop. And if you are a business and you want to partner with the Villain Squad, you want to be guilty by association, you can call Main Event Mike, who I'm going to bring up here because he's an Emmy-nominated Main Event Mike right here. And you can call him at 810-620-2167. That is 810-620-2167. Find out how you can be guilty by association. And welcome Mike, Emmy-nominated Main Event Mike, to the program.
Good morning, Russ. Good morning, villains. It's time for our song, Russ. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah?
Do-do-doom, doom, doom. The Green Bay Packers suck. Do-do-doom, doom, doom. The Green Bay Packers suck. And the Vikings suck too, and so do the Bears, but Green Bay really sucks. Hey, Jordan Love sucks too. The Green Bay Packers suck. It's War Week, ladies and gentlemen. It is Moldy Cheese Day in Detroit. And it's also Prediction Thursday right here on the Villain Report.
Wait a minute. This just in. It's a Green Bay Packer fan. They want us to know that they have won 4 championships before.
Okay. and they held that parade in Green Bay on horse and buggy.
Did you hear that drop?
What have you done for me lately? Nice.
Yeah, there you go, Green Bay Packers. Did you get paid to clean up the horse shit on the way to that first to that first Super Bowl championship? Hey, we know we haven't won any titles. We're not being too cocky. We're having the first 11-1 start in franchise history, and that may be pathetic to you, but whatever. We're enjoying ourselves right here because our team just so happens to be winning some football games, and we're going to enjoy it. Like, what do we got to complain about, Mike? It's the best it's ever been for us.
Mm-hmm. Did I miss the Dan Campbell speech this morning?
Yeah, I did have Dan Campbell on for a few minutes on there from yesterday's press conference, which we are posting. They allow us to put the press conferences up onto our page and post them directly to our page. So we will have all of those in. And I love reflecting off of the press conferences? Because I know there's a lot of talking heads out there and a lot of people like me and you that think that we know a lot about football, but these guys actually know about football. They're the X's and O's guys, and we learn a lot from them. And we want to help them help you learn a lot about football too, because I've learned a lot just by listening to these coaches and what they say before and after the games.
Absolutely. And I love this new thing where you're putting them in there. It really sets the tone for the show every morning when you hear from Dan Campbell or Aaron Glenn, right? I mean, these guys get players pumped up. Shit, they get me pumped up.
Oh, let's say hello to some of our friends, because I love using my Scarface drop. Hello to Henry Gray. Good morning, Lion family. And Villains game day. Get ready for a beatdown, Packer fans. 12-1 coming up. Yeah, that's what we say about the Green Bay. That was the wrong drop, but that still worked. Good morning from Fred. Fred Peterson's up in the house. That's right. Henry Gray. We already said some kneecaps. Jeremy B's up in the house. That's right. My game preview. All right. I didn't know. I thought this was my show. Davey, good morning. One pride. It takes more grit. There we go. This is the YouTube page right there. We appreciate anybody that subscribes, especially since there's almost 60,000 on the page. If all those people just jump over to the YouTube channel right quick and hit that subscribe button, we're building that one up too. Right there, Dwayne Keene's up in the house, and one of his classic drops. Let's go, Detroit Lions. #1 pride. Kings of the NFC North Division. Championship title. All grit. Never back down. 11-1. Make it 12-1. Thank you, Dwayne. You get me fired up every single morning. Paul Jones, I owe you a phone call right there because we're going to try to fix this drop stuff because I know it sucks when I'm just trying to play it through the microphone. It doesn't work as good. And we're going to work those kinks out, especially since we're moving to Restream next week. Thank you, Jeremy B, for that knowledge. I took advantage of the Black Friday deal for Restream. So we are moving off of StreamYard onto Restream. Don't know a lot about Restream, but we're going to figure it out as we go because that's how I live my life. Kneecap, Villains, Russell, main event. May the road rise to meet you. May the rains fall soft upon your fields. May the sun shine upon your face. And may the Lions whoop that arse tonight. J Mommy. We got King SJ. Tyler's up in the house. Helen's up in the house.
Hello, Helen.
Oh, hello. Hello. We got Kim's up in the house. If I hit you twice, I'm just trying to make sure that I acknowledge everybody that's in here, Yep. We got some Chad up in the house. We got Danny's up in the house. Jay Smooth is up in the house. I appreciate you. So we've we love it. We love it. And here we are. And this is Lock Pick Thursday. And I know that takes a minute, Mike, but we must acknowledge all of our peeps that are coming through. This is such a big, big game. And I want to talk about that, but we are doing the lock picks and we get to pick ours first right there, but I'm going to switch you to over here. And this is about ready to turn into the main event broadcast right here because this is what you do, right? Boom. Right? No, that's the wrong one. Boom. No. There it is. Boom. And there's your promo, Mike. Take it away.
Right on. It is week 14 in the NFL season. Can you believe it's week 14 already? Russell and I have been rolling along all year long, and I appreciate everybody who puts their picks in the comments. Be sure to put them in there as we roll along through this slate of games. Last week, Russell Wayne and I were both 10-5, and we both took Denver to cover, and they did cover thanks to Jameis Winston doing Jameis Winston things.
So we both finished 11-5 last week. A very good week for both of us. On our lock picks for the season, I am 7-6, and Russell Wayne is 8-5. So let's move through this docket today. And there are some good games on the slate this week. Go ahead, Russ.
Can I just do that? Lord Jesus, please save me from all those pick sixes.
Hey,
I don't think it works like that, Jameis.
Jameis Winston, I don't know if you talked about this all week on your show, but Jameis Winston threw for almost 500 yards in that game last week. And
he did throw for 500 if you count the return yards of the pick sixes.
Yeah, but Jameis Winston, career has as many interceptions as touchdowns, so he's doing Jameis Winston things.
I'm going to pick that ball to somebody. I'm going to throw it to somebody. Somebody's going to catch this ball, Mike.
And somebody pointed out yesterday, I was listening to some pundits, and they said that the problem with Jameis Winston is that hitch in his delivery. He's got the ball waist high when he pulls it up, and that allows the defender an extra split second to get a bead on his pass. Always keep that ball up high to release from the ear. And that's something after 10-year career, Jameis Winston hasn't figured it out yet. So anyway, week 14, 13 games on the slate. This is the final week for bye weeks. So next week, our slate will increase by about 4 or 5 games. 13 games on the slate today. None bigger than the game tonight with your Detroit Lions at home against the Green Bay Packers. The spread has not moved. 3.5 points, even though Taylor Decker's been ruled out. DJ Reader not going to play. This one hurts, folks. I was really counting on DJ Reader to slow down the Josh Jacobs running attack, but now DJ Reader out for this game. Go ahead, Russ.
Let's call an audible right here, because I know it's the first game, but let's pick it last, because I want to give everybody in here a chance. Because get your votes in. Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, you got +5 for the Green Bay Packers with the
+3.5.
I mean, plus 3.5 is what plus 3.5 for the Green Bay Packers with the Lions at home. Get those picks in, because we're gonna pick through the rest of these games here, and then we're gonna go back and do a little bit of a tally. So let's move on, Mike.
All right, let's move on to the next game, which is the Carolina Panthers in Philadelphia, -12.5. Ugh, Carolina has been playing better, but Philadelphia on a roll. I hate that Philadelphia gets Carolina the same week that we got to play the Packers. The Eagles sitting at 10-2. I believe they've won 8 or 9 games in a row. Seem to be on a collision course with the Lions for that NFC title. We'll see how that plays out. But right now, week 14, Carolina at Philly -12.5. I'm going to take the points here, even though Philly's been dominating everybody. Matter of fact, I'm going to take Philly. I know it's 12.5 points, but Saquon Barkley at home, A.J. Brown, yeah, Carolina's going down by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, wow. The fabulous cars, the wonderful prizes. Look at them, Philadelphia Eagles. And then Mike got glistened. His eyes got all lighting up.
Yeah.
Wow.
No doubt.
Ooh, look at that Lamborghini. Look at that. Oh, look at those sports cars, all the memorabilia and everything. But Carolina's been playing well. Carolina's been playing well, and 12.5 points is way too many points. I think I might make this my lock pick. I'm taking Carolina and the points so much.
Wow.
I think Carolina, this is upset city right here. This is a trap game for the Philadelphia Eagles riding high. They might lose this game, Mike.
Wow. Paul Jones agrees with you. He says Panthers. Chata likes the Panthers. Even Jeremy B likes the Panthers. That 12.5 points is just too many.
Oh, those points are like the a real good glaze over that Thanksgiving turkey.
I like your pick. I like your pick, but Philadelphia can smell that number 1 seed. They know that with all the injuries the Lions have, there's blood in the water, and Carolina is just in the way.
Yep, next. and they can win by 10, and I'll still win.
That's true. Las Vegas at Tampa Bay, -6.5. This one's so hard. I'm going to take the Raiders in the points only because that Aiden O'Connell looks like Officer Farva from Super Troopers. So I'm going to go ahead and run with the Raiders and take the points on the road because I'm not real smart. Put it in the comments. We want to hear what you have to say about these picks as well. Where are you at, Dwayne? Dwayne, I wanted to keep track of your picks today because every week you come in here and tell me I was 12-2, I was 14-1. Well, I'm going to keep track of your picks this week. Not that I don't believe you, Dwayne. It's just that if you are really picking 14 out of 15 or 13 out of 14 every week, we need to get you to Vegas. And I need to get with you on a private chat and figure out how we can make some money if you are picking 13 out of 15 consistently. So, Dwayne, there you are, Dwayne. Dwayne says Panthers almost beat KC, Dwayne, but let me know what you think about Carolina at Philly minus 12.5. I want your pick there and Las Vegas at Tampa. Russ, it's your pick right now. Las Vegas at Tampa minus 6.5.
Yeah, this is one of those tough games because of the points, because I do believe that Tampa Bay will win the game, but who were we just talking about making picks? Who was that?
Dwayne King.
Oh, that was Dwayne. Okay, I thought it was Paul. But as he was alluding to, what Dwayne was alluding to right there is Las Vegas is playing better. Their young players are starting to come around and play, but that was a division game too. Damn, you were dumb and took Raiders on the points. I think that Baker Mayfield, they're pushing for a playoff spot. Give me Tampa Bay minus the points, even though it's against my better judgment.
I like the call. Next up, it's the Kirk Cousins revenge game. Kirk Cousins comes back to Minneapolis with his Atlanta Falcons, and they are 6-point underdogs to the Vikings. I'm sorry, Kirk. You looked terrible last week. You know what, Kirk Cousins? You looked old last week. You didn't look quite as old as Aaron Rodgers because you're not quite as old as Aaron Rodgers, but you looked your age. And let's face it, even before you blew out your Achilles, you weren't mobile. You couldn't move. You were basically a statue before that. Brian Flores is going to bring the pressure. I think Minnesota wins by 10 points. I'll take the Vikings.
Wow. Okay. I mean, and I don't know. Maybe I've been kind of high on the Falcons all year. They're sitting at 6-6 at the top of their division. I mean, think of how crazy good this NFC North is, where the second or third place team would be most definitely leading two of these divisions. And even the Bears would only be 2 games out of the division lead if they were in that trash heap of the NFC South division. But fortunately for the Falcons, they haven't played the greatest football, but they got all of this talent, Mike. I just think in my mind it has to come together, and that's why I'll take Atlanta in the points, even though I don't think they'll win the game. Minnesota's just been finding ways to win, but they'll squeak out another one.
Okay. Dwayne Keene's taking Tampa with you. Henry Gray also taking Tampa. Davey likes the Raiders. Let's move on. Next game on the docket is the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins -6. I can't bet on the Jets. I'm sorry. I can't take the points. I don't give a shit how many points and who they're playing. I cannot bet on this team. I'm going to go ahead and take the Dolphins and give up the 6.
All right, I'll just make it simple. I don't even really want to talk about it, but I'll take the Jets in the points. I'll take that. Miami's like
no one wants to talk about bad decisions. All right, Cleveland.
I don't want to talk about bad teams. I mean, I can tell you why I think they're going to not do it, but nobody gives a shit.
Cleveland at Pittsburgh. I'm definitely rolling with the Steelers on this one. They look great against Cincinnati, putting up all those points, and they got beat by Cleveland in a bad beat the last time that they played. Pittsburgh eyeing for a good seed. They're going to try to lock up the division. This is a divisional game. They're at home. No brainer for me. I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. It's so hard to sweep teams. That's why I'm so scared about this game tonight, because it is very hard to sweep teams in the NFL, especially when you accidentally get a win against a team that's better than you. And I don't think it's going to happen again. I think Pittsburgh rolls. Give me Pittsburgh minus.
Okay.
I may regret that one too, just because Cleveland plays defense. That's what keeps them in games. That's it. You know.
Right. Moonstar in the house. He agrees with you, Pittsburgh. Davey likes Pittsburgh as well. Paul Jones says take Cleveland in the points. It's a divisional game, and that could be too many points, Paul.
Yeah,
I
Paul,
think that might be. That's a good call.
You might want to listen to Paul, but I'm gonna roll with it. I just think emotion-wise, that's where Pittsburgh's gonna.
Yeah, there's some real stinker games on this schedule this week, and here's one for sure. New Orleans at the Giants plus 4.5 points. I'm going to go ahead and take the Saints. I don't like the 4.5. I think the Saints win this one, but it'll probably be by less than 4.5. But I'm going to go ahead and take New Orleans because you can't bet on the Giants to win, even in the winter in MetLife Stadium.
Well, I got a little different philosophy on this. When I have two crappy teams and I know that they're both crappy, I'll just take the points from the two crappy teams. So I'll just
That's true.
take the Giants just because it's points, and they're both shitty. So
there you go. Russ and I disagreeing on almost every game but one this week. We are disagreeing on. Looks like Dwayne is rolling with me on the Saints. He's also rolling with me on Minnesota. He's rolling with me on Miami. Haven't seen a Dwayne pick for the Pittsburgh game yet. Okay, moving on. Jacksonville Jaguars, dumpster fire, going to be led by Mac Jones. Their quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, placed on injured reserve yesterday. With only 5 weeks left, that is going to be the rest of the season for him. They're giving up on their season. They're tanking. You've got Mac Jones under center. I'm sorry. They're on the road as well. Gosh, I can't believe Tennessee is favored by any points against anyone. I'm going to make you pick this one first. Another stinker.
It's easy for me. I came up with my philosophy. One shitty team, two shitty teams equals, give me the points from the two shitty teams. Give me the Jaguars and the points.
I like that call. I'll go ahead and go against you and take Tennessee simply because they're at home. Why does it have to be a half a point between these two crappy teams? I think by virtue of Tennessee's win last week is the only thing that pushed that point to a half. Paul Jones says Titans by 50.
Well, two teams that we dump trucked. So
next, a divisional matchup. This is probably one of the better games on the slate this week. These two teams tied for the division or real close to it right there out there in the NFC West. Seattle at Arizona minus 2.5. Seattle's been playing much better lately. Arizona gave one up last week. I think Arizona needs to rebound to keep their playoff hopes alive, and they're at home. So I'm counting on Arizona for my pick.
All right. Well, I'm going to use a similar strategy, but it kind of comes from the opposite side of the spectrum. I think these are two really, really good teams, and it's a divisional matchup. So in this scenario, when I can't decide between the two, I'm going to take the points in this situation, and I will take the Seahawks and the 2.5 because I wouldn't be able to pick this game straight up. So
those damn Seahawks.
Damn Seahawks.
Next game on the slate is Josh Allen and the red-hot Buffalo Bills at the Los Angeles Rams. I can't bet against Josh Allen. I know they're going all the way across the country. They're going to be playing indoors, but I think Josh Allen's probably going to run over a couple of these young Ram defenders, and I don't think 3.5 is even enough, even on the road. I'll take Buffalo.
It's 4.
Oh, it's 4 shitballs. All right.
It moved.
It moved.
And
so let me think about that for a minute. It moved from 3.5 to 4, so the points increased, which means all the Sharks are betting on Buffalo, and I'm going to stick with them and go with that 4 points. I'll take it.
Yeah, Buffalo is just, one of those, to me, like 3-4 teams in the NFL right now that are just, they're on a different stratosphere. So they roll in this game. Give me Buffalo minus 4.
Only the second game so far that Russ and I have agreed. Put it in the comments. We want to hear what you think. You're watching the Villain Report with Russell Wayne. Don't forget, we are here every morning, 10 a.m., Monday through Saturday. And then we have another show at night on Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's the Lions main event, hosted by yours truly. Next game on the docket. The Chicago Bears at the San Francisco 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers. I don't care what anyone says. 4 points isn't enough. They've been getting beat down. I know they don't have a running back, but remember this name, folks. And if you're in a fantasy league, Guarendo. He's a rookie from Louisville. He's going to be the RB1 in Kyle Shanahan's offense. And look, you could pull somebody off the street and he'd get 100 yards in Kyle Shanahan's offense. Isaac Guarendo is going to be the starting running back for the Niners at home against the Bears. And I think that's going to be enough to get him past the Bears, who are in desperate trouble right now.
Ooh, yeah, you thought the Bears were in desperate trouble. We get to disagree on this one. Got the Chicago Bears. I'm gonna take the points because I don't know why this happens, but every time a head coach gets fired, it's like all the players all of a sudden play their best game of their career, and they all want to prove that it was the coach's fault. Yeah, you see, now we got that. You know, it's got that. And Caleb Williams, gosh, when you really look at the Hail Mary. And then all 3 division games that they could have laid claims to win that. They could be 8-4 just as easily as they're 4-8. San Francisco's falling apart. This looks like a team that the cap blew up on them, and a couple of the players that they spent cap on went bye-bye, and now they got to deal and become mortal like the rest of the teams. So Chicago Bears, give me the points all day long. I say Bears win the game.
Wow.
Remember I said this, that the Bears win the game. This isn't just a cover thing. Bears win this game. Wow. And when they're down 21-0, you can send me the laugh emoji.
Holy cow. Russell Wayne riding with the Bears on the road in San Francisco.
Go Bears.
4 points. Russell Wayne says take the Bears and the money line. Unbelievable.
I was drinking some of that 15-2 Kool-Aid. The Bears.
Paul Jones with a good comment here. Teams are 23-9 after firing the head coach in the last decade.
Something about it.
Wow. Jay Smooth, he's a Packer fan, says, actually, I'm going with the Bears. He likes that too.
Bears.
And just backing up what I said about this Guarendo guy, last time Guarendo started after sitting at 150 yards and 3 TDs. Thank you, Jeremy B. Love it. All right, moving on. 1 game left on the docket this evening, folks. This morning, I should say. That is the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs -4. Russ, I'm going to make you pick this one first. This one's tough. I mean,
give me the Chargers and the points.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs.
That's John. That's that Jim Harbaugh, man. That for you got this division game, Mike. It's that thing. It's that thing. And John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh. Gosh, I get these two brothers. Jim Harbaugh makes his team play that what I like to call that grimy, you're just in this game. Like, even though Patrick Mahomes is spectacular and they got all these Ferraris and everything, Jim Harbaugh makes you play ugly. Just like the Jets make you play ugly, like Chicago Bears make you play. You just got to play an ugly game. You ain't scoring on every possession because we just lean on you. Unless you want to go 18 play drives and go all the way down the field, you ain't scoring points. That's the kind of defense that they play over there. That grimy, just I don't want to be in this game. It's a muck game.
Dwayne's got the Chargers. I got all your picks in too, by the way, Dwayne. Thank you so much. Jay Smooth says the Chiefs. Jeremy says the Chargers, and Mark says the Chiefs. It really is split right down the middle on this one. Henry likes the Chargers. Chada likes the Chargers. Paul likes the Chargers, but Moonscar likes the Chiefs. So this one's split right down the middle, and so are we. Russ and Dwayne are taking the Chargers, and I got the Chiefs -4. And that is Prediction Thursday for December 5th.
We got one more.
Nope.
We got one more.
That's right. That's right. Okay, now we're picking the game tonight.
Yes, for last.
I'm 100% taking the Detroit Lions -3.5 points at home. I know we're banged up on defense. I know Taylor Decker's not going to play, but Also, the Packers aren't going to run in and jump all over us in the first quarter like they did on Thanksgiving last year. We're going to be ready for that. All the players are going to be dialed in on both sides of the ball. A couple of prop bets that I do like. I like Jordan Love going over 5.5 yards rushing today. I think Jordan Love's going to have to get at least 25 to 30 yards on the ground to be effective because the ground game, even without DJ Reader, the Lions are very tough to run on. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. You can see the over under at 51.5. I definitely like that to go over. I think 28-24 Lions. We win by 4. There's my prediction for the score as well. What do you got on this one, Russ?
Hey, you know what? Because I'm a homer, I'm not betting against the Lions. I mean, I think that we've only been off on a couple of them. I mean, just to where they didn't cover the points. But it's like I expect the Lions to have a bounce back game, even though the offense didn't play very good in the last game. They got into the red zone again. It reminds me a lot of the Tampa Bay game and the Houston game. They kept on shooting themselves in the foot, getting into the red zone and stalling out, not getting something, making a mistake. And they take that win, even though it was a win, they took it as a loss. They're like, we got to get better at this. We got to be better on offense. I expect the Lions to score over 30 points in this game, and the offense to get back on track. I still expect them to be able to dominate the line of scrimmage and be able to run the football against them. So I think they're going to cover this. I say the Lions win 35-21.
I love it. Okay. Put it in there. Dwayne, we got to get your pick on this Lions-Packers game. You might have given it at the beginning, but I missed it. Paul Jones agrees, says Lions and the over. Both defenses are decimated. Jeremy B. pointing out that their rookie linebacker, Edgerrin Cooper, not retired Hall of Famer Edgerrin James, is not going to be playing in this game tonight. Corey Ballantyne, Jair Alexander out. So also, he says Love throws 2 picks. So I love that call out.
Wow. Lots of I mean, the game scares me from a PTSOL scaring. You know, like everything in my mind says, oh my God, what are we going to do? Here come the Packers. But then you look at what we've done since Dan Campbell has gotten here. And, you know, you win that game at the end of the first year. And it's been, what, 5-1 since then? They've only lost the one game. I mean, everyone gets this Thanksgiving thought in their head from last year, and you always point out that they outscored them 16-9 in the second half of that. It's like, so we played one half of bad football against this Packers team in the last 3 years.
That's right. One quarter, actually, Russ. We outscored them 16-9 down the last 3 quarters. So to your point, you're right.
So for chesty Green Bay Packer fan to have a ton of confidence with what they've brought us, and for a Lion fan to have this PTSO, it might not be warranted anymore. Like, even if the Lions lose this game, it's like I mean, this is a split. I mean, these guys are fighting to not get swept. You know, you win. I mean, I know that they'll puff their chest out. Yeah, you see what happened, Lion ripping. Like, no, we split. Most of us thought we were going to split. So, like, you're trying to save face while Lions are trying to step on your throat. This reminds me of the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry in a lot of ways, where it's like, this has changed. Like, go back to the past. Yeah, we'll go back to Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. You guys always had the upper hand. Always. Packers always had the upper hand. Always felt like they were always going to get one extra. For every 3, we would get 1, you know, like for the wins. And now it feels like it's reversed. I mean, 5-1 feels like Detroit's got the better franchise right now. Mm-hmm. All the way around. Not just now, not for just the last couple of years since Campbell's been here, but for the future too. Like, our developed players are more developed than your developed players. You got lots of question marks where we have lots of players that are like, okay, we thought that they might be a good player. Now they are a good player. Did you see that Pro Bowl roster of people that that could possibly be Pro Bowlers from this football team, Mike?
That's
might
just
just
going
be
to
the
make the
Detroit
legend of
Lions.
Brad Holmes even bigger.
I mean, this is what this guy does. He adds this talent. He adds the talent, and the thing that I thought wasn't going to happen did happen. All 4 of these guys are on the active roster, these brand new ads. How big of a deal are they going to make? Well, we have no DJ Reader, so Miles Adams, they're going to chuck him right in there, Mike. He's going to be playing today. They're going to have Jamal Adams coming in, and he was repping at linebacker, dime linebacker, all week long. They have no plans. He will not take snaps at safety. Jamal Adams is a linebacker here. Like, let's not even talk about it. He ain't even taking safety reps.
Right. And he hasn't been called up yet, so don't expect him to be in the game tonight. But to your point, Miles Adams will be in the game tonight, and Jonah Williams and Quan Alexander expected to play tonight.
I don't know. I think as far as I know, all 4 of them are on an active roster. So if they're, that 47 to 53, if Jamal Adams lands there, it is what it is.
I mean, if Jamal Adams plays, if he got called up, I didn't get that. I didn't see that yet, but there you go. Week 14 predictions are in the book. It's time now for our lock picks. Our lock picks brought to you by NFLshop.com. The Villain Squad Network is an official marketing partner of NFLshop.com. You can use that QR code right there that's on your screen and save up to 30% off on all NFL gear, even a Go Packers jersey if you want, Jay Smooth. You can save money and leverage the power of the villain by using our code. There's also a link in the comments that'll take you there as well. Here's our lock picks for the week. Russ, I'm going to make you go first.
Well, I'm going to stick right with what I felt with it. I think the Carolina Panthers is a lock to be within 12.5 points of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think that Carolina has a chance to win the game outright. This is a trap game for the Philadelphia Eagles. There's my lock pick, Carolina.
My lock pick happens tonight, and it's the Detroit Lions -3.5 against the Green Bay Packers. I think Detroit's going to come in and make a statement. Also, at the beginning of the year, in case you guys don't know this, every year in the offseason, Russ and I, just before the beginning of the regular season, we make our bold predictions that we don't really expect to come true, but they might be off left field or off from center anyway. My bold predictions, I had 2. One was that the Saints coach would be fired by midseason. Dennis Allen was fired in week 8. And I also predicted that the Lions would sweep the Green Bay Packers this year. So far, I'm 3/4 of the way there to my bold prediction. So I'm going to make my lock pick, let it all ride on the Lions tonight, -3.5.
I love that. I love it because there was emotion in that pick, and there's depth. There was depth to that pick. There's layers to Main Event Mike's lock picks. There's emotion behind it. Good stuff, Mike.
So there you go. Russ's lock is Carolina. He's getting 12.5. I got the Lions laying down 3.5. I got to get out of here, though. Hey, man, I appreciate you all. God bless you. We'll see you Monday at 7.
Boom. That's Main Event Mike. You can count on Main Event Mike. He will be here for the Main Event Football Show live Monday evening right on this very network. The NFC North Division champion, Detroit Lions. Big game tonight. Let's get back into these comments. Saying goodbye to Main Event Mike. That means I got to change my background back to the villain report. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. The UDFA of sports podcasting. That's right. The Lions Villain Squad. Thank you to everybody that is subscribing, that's sharing, that's liking this content. Thank you very for sure. Get back in here. I gotta look through some of these arguments here. Man, we had a lot of people in here. KC sucks. Homer picked for me. Yeah. The Packers don't have their best run tackler, during James, Jair, Corey Ballantyne out for the Packers. That's the thing is like when I saw the Lions, Jeremy, by the way, thank you for sending me the injury reports last night, because the first thing that I thought when I saw the injury report was I immediately went and looked up the Packer injury report, and it seems like kind of a wash, like you said, when it comes with, key players being out. And that's why it's next man up. It's like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter who's injured. It's like it's week 14 and you got to find a way to get the win. Doesn't matter. They don't pause the season for you so you can cry. Get it done. Get it done. Thank you for your predictions in there. I love it. Late to the party, Central Scrutinizer up in the house. Lions win, Packers cover 27-24. I like that. I'll take it. I don't really care if I win the lock pick. Cooper. That's not true. Gibbs fumbled at the 5. You can't expect him to make every single drive in the red zone, and they're number 1 in the red zone. It was just a game, not a drop-off play. I have no worries about Jahmyr Gibbs. The Green Bay Packers are not very good against the run, which is why I believe that the Lions will win this game, and they should win it going away because they're going to be able to dominate the line of scrimmage. We just got better people up front, and it is what it is. I like Kenny Clark, but you got Frank Ragnow and Kevin Zeitler. They can do what they can do. Rashad Gary doesn't seem like the guy that he used to be. Maybe he'll have a good game tonight. Mark says 31-24 for the Lion. Culture over talent. Trust the process. And this is true. The Lions are 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. So sometimes you got to be careful not to let the PTSOL secondary equals intact front 7. We have got this. We've been injured in the front 7. Pascal's been injured the last couple weeks. They've already been running practice squad guys in and out. It's not that they went into a different practice squad and got a couple guys. I mean, we're really not in any different situation right now than we were last week. We didn't have Taylor Decker. We won the game. We're not going to have Taylor Decker this week. We were missing a bunch of guys on a defensive line. In that Chicago game, you make it work. It's not that much different for the Lions than it was last week with the Lions. Our depth guys have experience. Sick arguments. Chief lost to Denver last year, blown out. One game is just one game. In the last 10 years, Lions are 10-10. I don't care about the last 10 years. I don't care about the last 10 years. It doesn't matter about the last 10 years. Dan Campbell had nothing to do with anything before 2021. Therefore, I don't care. If you want to cherry pick stats and you want to go back that far just so you can add the worst coach in Lions history, and it wouldn't be 10-10. That would be the last 5 years is 10-10. But it's the last 5-1 in the last 6 games. And the only loss that I can remember from that it was that first year in 2021 before we built the team. But I wouldn't go back that far. You don't need to go back that far for that to understand. It's Dan Campbell versus Matt LaFleur. Any other coaching or different people, and that's you're even going back to Aaron Rodgers with some of that. But Miles Adams, Jonah Williams, and Quan Alexander are definitely playing. Okay. For sure, Lions are rent-free in the Green Bay helmets right now. The roles flip for sure. At Villain Squad fan page, they can't stop talking about Detroit on socials. Yes, they are. Gax suck argument. Tyler, remember Jonah Williams' name for the next week? My lock is the Titans by 50. Oh, I love it. Ballsy lock Russ. Yes. I don't know. I've been digging what Bryce Young has been doing. He was the number 1 overall pick for a reason. And they've been playing good football. I mean, I think that they won like 4 out of 5 games. Looking for a stronger yet soft toilet paper replacement? Try a Packers jersey. Well played. Jeremy B. I'm constantly switching between my readers and computer glasses. Yes, my eyesight is right there with you guys. That's why we fly him in for shows. Okay, man, I'm way behind here. Kenny Clark is downgraded to questionable today. Okay, interesting. Lions won't stumble. The Packers will crumble. All right. Last time Skipper started for Decker, Goff threw 5 interceptions. I hope Goff's confidence isn't compromised. Go up. Last time Decker didn't play the last game. Decker wasn't in the last game. Goff didn't throw 5 interceptions last week. Did Decker play? I didn't think that Decker played. Decker didn't play this week. Let's check that out. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll stand corrected. By the game, player, offense, run blocking. No. Dan Skipper played this week. Started for they played this week. That's why I'm not really worried about it. Skipper played for Decker last week. Jeffrey. I'm looking at it right now. There's no stats for one Taylor Decker. Jaden Reed had a good game, has a good game tonight, just like he did the last time we played. Did he have a good game? Did he? No, it would be 5. Damn it. One second. I got to check this out. I want to see that. What did he do? Green Bay. There we go. Jaden Reed. Sorry, I'm looking up something. I wanted to see what he had going on. Green Bay Packers. Looking at this last game between the Lions. Let's bring that up. I want to bring this up. We might as well. Dun 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Team stats, player stats. There you go. Packers. It's the Packers. We might as well look at it. Jaden Reed had 5 catches for 113 yards. He did have a hell of a game in there. But everybody else, 3 for 37. Tucker Kraft, 4 for 34. 4 for 28. Yeah. So Yeah, the Packers got a lot of garbage yards in that game because Lions were out in front for most of the game, and Green Bay was never really ever threatening to take the lead or doing anything relevant in that game. They were able to get a turnover when they got into the red zone. And that's just kind of what the Lions have been. You look at that overall Goff 18 for 22 for 145 yards. We didn't need a lot of the yards. Yeah, David Montgomery was 17 yards or 17 carries for 73 yards. Gibbs with 11 carries for 65 yards. Yeah, we just controlled the whole game and the whole line of scrimmage. Jimmy Hoffa says, "Go Pack, go." That's cool. You can root for whoever you want. Yeah. The only game I'm concerned about is the next game, right? That's right. Week 9, Russell. Thank you. I was having a hard time right there for a second. Coming to the end of my show here and, looking through this. This is such a big game, though, tonight when you look at that. But, the Lions didn't have to do a lot in the game. They can control the line of scrimmage and be able to take care of the Vikings. That's the thing what the Lions do. It's like, they had Josh Jacobs had 13 carries for 95 yards. He was running the ball. But here's what the Lions do is they score touchdowns. The offense just scores. And if you're in this back and forth thing, you're putting up field goals, and then we put up touchdowns. But we're able to control the line of scrimmage. We didn't even have to open up the offense. So for all of these Packer fans that are going through this, these stats and cherry picking and saying, "Oh my God, look at the team stats. Oh, look at 411 yards versus 261." It's like, that's not good for you. You put up a lot of empty yards, and we didn't have to. We didn't even have to open up our offense. We weren't even challenged in that way. There was, we only allowed one sack. You forced us into some punts, but the Lions just dominated that whole game. I mean, if you watched the game, you would have saw that. But I mean, if you just want to look at box scores afterwards, I guess you could make a case just by, you had more yards, but that doesn't empty yards when you're not scoring touchdowns. You were never close in that game. The best safety in the NFL was kicked out. That helps Reed's numbers. That's a great point. He had a ton of yards. Yeah, he had yards. They had a ton of yards in that last game. They got a lot of empty yards in that game. That's okay. I can do that. But this is the biggest game that the Lions have played in a long while, because this will create distance. If the Lions win this game tonight, this will create distance. I have a feeling that some things are going to shake out. I mean, there's unbelievable paces that are being set right now with some teams that are winning some games, trying to keep up with the Lions. But not only are the Lions set up to really, I mean, this is, if they beat the Packers and sweep the Packers, that's a stranglehold on this division. That puts an incredible amount of pressure onto Minnesota. And I'm not just talking about Minnesota right now. I'm talking about the fact that Minnesota not only has to play the Vikings, but they got to go and play the Seahawks. They got to play the pissed off Packers again. So The Lions got to be able to survive this gauntlet because there is a gauntlet right here. But the thing is you want to win a Super Bowl, these are the teams right here you have to beat. And to me, that looks like a road getting us ready for the playoffs. Now, I know that the PTSOL might creep in, and you might only want to see, the old stats. Oh, no, that one bad game. I only want to remember the things from that one bad game, and that's what's going to happen. And then you forget about all the good things that have happened. And the Lions could have looked at this last game. And there's no doubt in my mind, the Lions could have looked at that last game against the Bears like a loss. They got to count the victory, but they got to do the progression and learn from mistakes from a win. That offense is going to be better tonight. I think it's going to be better tonight. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this offense tonight. Because it isn't about Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. This offensive line has a way of bouncing back every week, if you know what I mean. The Lions have played every game like it's a big game. How many trap games have they said for the Lions? And how many have they avoided? We've avoided all but one trap game this season, and that was Tampa Bay. The Lions are focused. They know they get 10 days off after this game. They know they win this game. They can come back healthy for the next stretch. I love that call. Thank you, Brian. Dwayne says that Penei will throw a touchdown. And, if Penei Sewell throws a touchdown pass, that'll make that place go crazy. That place will go crazy. Oh, there it is. There we go. There it is. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be a Lion fan. We'll see how that feels after tomorrow. I'm hoping I get to keep the good. Let the butthurt flow through you. It sucks if I have to put this meme away for the entire year. So go Lions. Allow me to keep this meme. This is a great meme. So that's what we're looking for tonight. You have been watching the Lion Villain Report. This is Lockpick Thursday. Thank you for being part of the live show. We do. We appreciate the live people. We'll get between 3,000 and 10,000 people will watch this broadcast, but we appreciate the people that come on live, commenting on here live. We appreciate that. But this is a Lion Villain Report. I'm here Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. talking Lions football. I'll be back here tomorrow morning reviewing the game. Hopefully we're talking about Victory Friday again. Thank you to the Villain Squad Facebook page. Go subscribe. Go hit that follow button. They're helping us out. We're the undrafted free agent of sports podcasting. Like, share, comment. That's how you can help us out. That's free. Thank you for those that do that. Thank you to Joe Chat from the Detroit Lions News Podcast and the JC Sports Network. And there's our YouTube page. Subscribe to our YouTube page at Lions Villain Squad. It's faith, family, and then football. In that order. We use football to create memories and spend time with our family. We don't let football use us. And I'm going to take off. Thank you, everybody, for watching. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much for being part of the broadcast. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. Go Lions. Peace out.
Hey yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet.
Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose move on the move, but it's simple.
Never give up and we running and maybe we just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning is crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. It's your opportunity.